You may be expecting someone to introduce me, but I'm not like all the other guys. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Narco, top 1 player in the world for several seasons, and I'm risking my life teaching you how to become a pro player in a matter of days, giving you the most valuable tips and tricks you'll ever find. Sit down, relax, and enjoy.
Today, we're going to talk about the so-called zero recoil aim. How does one have zero recoil? There's no such thing, but there are a couple of things you can do to get as close as possible. First one, pick a weapon with a strong aim assist. For so many seasons, including this one, AK-117 has been the rifle with the strongest aim assist. So, like it or not, you're gonna have to play with this assault rifle. But Narco, my grandma gifted me a skin for Type 25 and I like it so much. Can you give me a gunsmith for that? No. Type 25 and including most of the rifles have a lot of horizontal recoil. Avoid any assault rifle that has too much of it. It's impossible to control. Go for assault rifles that have vertical recoil instead and very little horizontal recoil, like AK-117, M4, AK-47, Kilo 141, Odin, Krig 6 or EM2. Second, build your gunsmith with attachments that reduces even more the horizontal recoil. For example, on AK-117, you can use MIP Light Muzzle Brake, which reduces your recoil by 18.1%, and OWC Marksman, which reduces your horizontal recoil by another 10.8%. Third, press this button over here, then press the gear icon beside iron sight and select reticle size. From here, drag it down to your liking and you go from this red dot size to this red dot size, which will help you have a better aim in long range. Fourth, make sure your aim assist is on. Go to settings, then press this button on the top left corner. From there, you go to basic, select BR mode on top and turn on aim assist. ADS FOV curve has to be on, liking it or not. Also turn on Sync ADS FOV to scope zoom. After done this, scroll down to camera FOV and turn all 3 options to maximum. If you're using glasses or have any kind of problems with your eyes and the enemies appear too small on your screen, then you can try this camera FOV sensitivity instead. From here, go to BR settings and scroll down to mods. Make sure you copy the exact thing you see on the screen. Let's take the assault rifle, for example. Remember we did the gunsmith in such way to reduce the horizontal recoil. Now, we must select to automatically pick up the mod called Vertical Recoil Control to reduce the vertical recoil of your weapon. The selection of this mod is more important than you may think. Imagine you pick 3 random mods for your weapon every single time. You'll never manage to master the recoil of that weapon. But if you only pick up the same exact mods every time, you're gonna master that recoil, or whatever it's left of it, in no time. So there you have it. This is the source that you need to have an almost zero recoil aim. Obviously, you need a good sensitivity with all of this in order to work, but I've done a video on how to find your own sensitivity last year, and it's still the same thing. Go watch that video, fix your sensitivity, and then apply the tips you've seen today. Not all of your problems will be solved, but at least you don't have to worry about the aim anymore. And if you want a more personal approach based on your device, the kind of sensitivity you use, or the amount of fingers you use to play, you can hire me for a private session one-on-one from the first link on the description. That way will be no room for error. Now let's go for some more tips and tricks, soldier, shall we? My eyes are on that chopper. They stopped to take a gunsmith. I can only hope that their next stop will be in farm, looking for another one, because things are getting pretty boring over here.
Airdrop has been delivered.
You don't need to take ages to pick up a gunsmith. Half a second is already too much. Put your assault rifle on slot 1 and your secondary weapon on slot 2, and be fast with it, because you never know who's watching. Know when to stop shooting. This guy got caught with his pants down trying to reload his weapon. What was he thinking, that I would just sit there and give him time to reload? No, my friend, that's your problem.
Un neydi ben de tutu. Ben de tutu.
Now, how on earth did I know that guy was reviving? Well, using headphones and paying attention. Let me increase the volume for you. Attention to details, my friend. He's using quick strike, same as me, and went on top of the church. From there, either he keeps running or will retaliate back. Meanwhile, fighting this squad, I have to keep an eye on him.
The safe zone is collapsing. Incoming.
Everything was nice and quiet here a few minutes ago. Boring, but quiet. Now all of a sudden the whole lobby comes on farm. I wish I could say they were stream sniping, but I was not even streaming at the time. In the name of Jesus, leave that body, Satan.
safe zone is collapsing.
Airdrop incoming.
Airdrop has been delivered.
From 0 to 18 fantastic, bombastic kills only in Farm. That's quite something. But soon, I'll be making a mistake that will cost my life. Stay with me.
The safe zone is collapsing. Getting close to victory.
The lack of patience catches me as well sometimes. If I only waited half a second more to see which way this player wants to go after dropping from that zipline, I could have knocked him, then take care of his mate below. I should have also taken into consideration that once he drops that zipline, he can also use the cover behind that hill and get off the radar. I managed to survive that fight in Farm, and because of a small miscalculation and lack of patience, it's over.
Warning, EMP drone has been deployed.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Airdrop incoming.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Sometimes I get questions like, how on earth did you knew that guy was in there? Well, let's analyze this situation. I'm getting sniped with DLQ with concussion bullets. Inside this safe zone, the only two high grounds are behind me on that mountain or on top of that wind turbine. To get on top of that wind turbine, you need a jet, a chopper, or the airborne class. I've heard no jet or chopper around me, and the airborne class users are maybe less than 5%. On the other hand, anyone can get on top of that mountain behind me. So with that in mind, there are far greater chances that the sniper is on the mountain, and there is where I'm going to focus my attention.
Airdrop has been delivered.
With this new update, where players can revive themselves, if you knock someone behind a cover, throw them a candy as well. You will be amazed how many players buy a self-revive kit.
The safe zone is collapsing. To victory. The safe zone is collapsing.
Be careful. Poltergeist is active. There. Keep it up.
And that's that, soldier. Hope you enjoyed today's tips and tricks, and see you next time.